So we can start with how we can calculate the first function. There are some of the rules to calculate the first function. Okay. So rule number one is that for a production rule, x gives epsilon. So here x is a non-terminal and it is producing a symbol epsilon. That is, it is producing an empty string. Okay. So then what will be the first of this non-terminal x? So obviously there is no symbols. So the first of x will be also epsilon. Okay. So next we can see a second uh, rule, that is for any terminal symbol A. Okay. So here we have a symbol A. Then what will be the first of the terminal symbol? So we can directly take the terminal symbol A itself. So the first of A will be A itself. Okay. Then again, main rule is that rule number 3, that is, if you have a production rule, x gives y1, y2, and y3. So here x, y1, y2, y3 are the non-terminals. Okay. So here, what will be, how we can calculate the first of x? Okay. So for calculating first of x, we need to consider two conditions: whether this first of x is having a epsilon or not. So here, if epsilon is if it is not an element of first of x, then you can directly calculate the first of x. That is the first element of x will be the y1. Okay, here first of x will be first of y1. So here first element will be the answer. Okay. Suppose if there is a epsilon in first of y1, that is, if y1 has, y1 is a non-terminal, right? So if the first of y1 is having a epsilon, means it can take the epsilon value. If it takes the epsilon value, then what will be the first of x? It will be y2, right? So we need to consider that also. So here, if epsilon is an element of first of y1, then we need to consider first of x is equal to first of y1 minus epsilon union the other two things, that is the first of y2 as well as first of y3, because there is a chance of y2 also having a epsilon value in its first value. Okay, so that also should be checked. So here if epsilon is a value which is under the y1, then if epsilon is an element of first of y1, then we need to use this equation, that is first of x is equal to first of y1 minus epsilon union first of y2, y3. Okay. So similarly, we need to find out the first of y2, y3, right? So for calculating the first of y2, y3, everything is non-terminal. So we need to check whether the first of y2 is having a epsilon or not. Epsilon is an element of first of y2 or not. So if it is not an element, then you can directly take first of y2 is equal to, what will be the first of y2? It will be, then you can have, it is y2 itself. Okay, y2 directly you can take. If it has a epsilon symbol, first of y2 is having a epsilon symbol, then you need to apply the above formula, that is first of y2, y3 will be first of y2 minus epsilon union first of y3. Okay, so here the first of y2, y3 is equal to first of y2 minus epsilon, because it has an epsilon, right? So you can avoid that epsilon in the first case. And if y3, first of y3 is having epsilon, then you can take that. Okay. So here, this is the formula. So by this formula only, we are finding out the values of the first function of different non-terminals in a given gram. Okay. So we can see an example. So this is an example. So here we are given a grammar. Okay, so here these are the non-terminals inside the grammar. We need to find out the first and follow of functions for the given grammar. Okay, So first we can find the first function value for the non-terminals. So we can start with our start symbol S. Okay. So what is first of S? That means the first symbol in the uh, yield, that is the right hand side of the production. So here we have the small letter A as the first of S. Okay. So here first of S will be, you can use the set function, that is a curling bracket. Inside the curling bracket you can write a. Okay. So after, there is no other productions for S, right? So we can directly, and also there is no productions also here, so directly you can take A as a symbol, first symbol for S. So here A is the first of S. Then next we can find the first of B. What will be the first of B? Here also the first symbol is a is a terminal symbol C, small letter C. So directly you can take C as the first symbol of the B. Okay. So here this is the first of B. Okay. Next we can find out the first of C. What is first of C? So first of C means the first symbol inside this production, that is C gives small b as well, and capital C or epsilon is also there. So we need to take these two productions for C. So here the first symbol is B here. So first of C it can have B, as well as there is an epsilon also there. So here can have B and E. Sorry, epsilon. Okay. So here C, first of C is B as well as epsilon. Next is the third, we need to apply the third rule, that is what is first of D? So here D is the first symbol of this D is a non-terminal, right? Capital letter E is there. So in order to find out the first of D, we need to take the first of E as well as uh, first of E, right? So for that we need to check for the production for E. Okay. So since it is a non-terminal, we need to find out whether this particular E is having a epsilon symbol. First of E is having a epsilon symbol or not. If it is having a, here it is having an epsilon symbol. The first of E is having G, and first of E is G and epsilon, right? So since the first of E is having an epsilon symbol, we need to find out the first of F also for finding out the first of D, because E can take a epsilon value. If E is having a epsilon, that is empty string means, then D will be the first of D will be the F symbol. Okay, so here we can take first of E minus epsilon union first of F. Okay, what is first of D? First of D will be, once again, I will tell, that is first of D is a letter, capital letter E, which is a non-terminal. And for that, if we need to check whether the first of this letter, capital E, what is first of E? Again, first of E is G comma epsilon. So whether we need to check whether epsilon is an element of this first of E. So here it is an element. So epsilon is an element of first of E. Therefore, we need to use the equation, that is first of E minus epsilon, okay, union first of F. Again, we need to find the first of F also. Here also first of F is a F comma epsilon. Okay. So here that is first of E minus epsilon union first of F. So what is first of E minus epsilon? That is G, right? First of E is G comma epsilon. When we are subtracting epsilon from it, you will get only G. Then again you are applying the union operator to first of F. What is first of F? Again, first of F is F comma epsilon. So you will have the values G, G, F and epsilon. Okay. So here we will have G, F and epsilon. Okay. Then what will be first of E? So first of E is, yeah, we have already found that it is G comma epsilon. And what is first of F? It is F comma epsilon. Okay. So this is how you can find the first function values of the given grammar. Okay. Next, we can see how you can find the uh, values of follow functions. So here are some of the rules for calculating the follow functions given. Here also we have three different rules. Okay. So that is, the first rule is, if your start symbol is yes for a given grammar, you have a start symbol, right? So if you have the start symbol as yes, then follow of s will be having a dollar symbol. Okay. So here, for every start symbol, for the start symbol, you have to place a dollar symbol. Okay. That is the first rule. So second rule is that for a production, if a production is of A gives alpha capital B, okay, and you need to find out the follow of B. So here in this follow function, you need to check the right hand side of the production. Okay, so where this is occurred in the right hand side of the production. So here, this is the production in which B is having, and B is in the right hand side of the production. Okay, so here, since it is the last element, so there is no variable that follows after B, right? Because B is the last element here in this production. So since it is the last element, follow of B will be the left hand follow of the left hand side of the production. That is follow of here. In this case, the LHS left hand side of this production is A, right? So you need to find out the follow of A. So here the second rule is that if you are finding out a follow of a particular non-terminal that appears as a last element of any production. Okay, if the variable is at the last element, then you find out the follow of the left hand side of that particular production. That is, here it is, since B is the last element, you need to find the follow of the left hand side of the production, that is follow of A. So here follow of B is equal to follow of A. Okay. So next is a rule, that is, if the follow follows a non-terminal. Okay, that is here. Here also there is our production is a rule is A gives alpha, capital B and beta. Okay, and I need to find out the value follow of B. Okay, that is after B, for what comes? That is our question. Okay, which is the variable or which is a symbol that follows after B. So here after B it has beta, right? Here this is beta. Okay, and we need to check whether the first symbol of this beta is having a epsilon or not. Okay, if the first symbol after the variable that comes after the B is having a first symbol is of epsilon or not. That is what we are checking here. That is, epsilon is an element of first of beta. Okay, if it is an element, then that means that the first element of that particular beta is a beta is an element, that means you can have the first element of the beta. That is, then follow of B will be, sorry, if it is not, if the epsilon is not an element of beta, first of beta, then directly you can take the first element of this beta as the follow of B. Okay, whether it is a terminal or a non-terminal, you can take that particular value. Okay. Okay, so if epsilon is an element of first of beta, that means that the value will change. The first value will change. So now you have a rule that is the first of beta. Okay, so the first of beta minus epsilon union follow of A. Okay, what is A? That is the left hand side of this production. Okay, so here first of beta minus epsilon union follow of A. If epsilon is a first element of the beta. If when we consider the first element of the beta, if there epsilon is also there, then you have to find follow of B by applying the given formula, that is first of beta minus epsilon union follow of A. Okay, so by using this formula, we can see the previous example. We have already found the first of every non-terminals. We can now find the follow of the non-follow values of the non-terminals. Okay. So here the first for follow function values of the non-terminals. That is, first we can find out the follow of the start symbol S. So by applying our first rule, that is follow of S will be having a dollar symbol, right? It will be having a dollar symbol. Okay, then after that, we need to check whether this S is appearing at the right side of the any of the productions. Here, so in this case, S is not present in the right side of the production. So we need to do nothing. Only take the dollar symbol. That is, a dollar symbol will be the follow of S. Okay, if that particular non-terminal is not appearing at the right hand side, then you need not to do anything. Okay. Okay. So here S is since S does not appear in the RHS, just take the dollar symbol only as the follow of S. Okay. Second non-terminal. So here we need to find out the follow of B. Okay. So here B appears in the first production, right? We check the right hand side of the production. So here this is the production that which has B, capital B. So which variable follows B? So here B is followed by the non-terminal D. Okay, so since it is a non-terminal, we need to check whether this first of D is having a epsilon symbol or not. Okay, so check that whether uh, first of D. Okay, so here what is D? D is again uh, E and F, right? So here already we have found out the first variable for D, right? So if you want to use the same thing, now I can just do it again. So what is first of D? So here I have done G, F and epsilon, because again E will take, if E is taking a epsilon value, then I have to go for first of F also. So here the first of D will be G, F and epsilon. Okay. So according to my formula, that is first of D minus epsilon. So G and F will be taken. Okay, then union follow of S, that is the right hand side of the production. So if it is a non-terminal, if a variable is follow of B is followed by the non-terminal D, then you have to find out whether this D, first of D is having a epsilon symbol or not. Okay, if it is having an epsilon symbol, again you need to find out that first of that variable D. So this we have already found out first of D, then minus epsilon, then union the right hand side of the production. Okay, so you will be having G, F and uh, dollar symbol. Okay, so again there is another rule that this follow symbol will follow of S or follow of B will never have a epsilon symbol. Okay, whereas first values will have a epsilon symbol. Follow will never have a epsilon symbol. Okay, so that is also a rule that has to be applied. For start symbol, you have to you have to add a dollar symbol for every start symbol, and by default you have to add a dollar symbol. So if any follow symbol is having a epsilon, then remove that epsilon symbol for follow. So for epsilon will never become an element of a follow function. Okay, that is why we have removed the follow epsilon here. Okay. Third rule is follow of C. What is follow of C? check the right hand side of the productions. Okay, so here rule number 2 and rule number 3 has the C as the right hand side of the productions. Okay, but in both the productions C is appearing as a last element. So what has to be done? Okay, here in this case, if it is appearing as the last element, that means that follow of C will be the LHS follow of the LHS, that is follow of B. If we consider this production also, follow of C is equal to follow of C itself, that is C gives C, right? So need not to consider that, only consider the production number 2. Okay, so here follow of C will be equal to follow of B. So here follow of C will be equal to follow of B, which is equal to the previous. We have found out the follow of B, follow of B values. Okay. So next is follow of D. Follow of D means it is a check the right hand side of the productions. Here D is present here, and after D what comes? Here this is a terminal symbol, right? So directly you can take the terminal symbol. So follow of D is nothing but a small h. Okay. Again follow of E. So here check the right hand side of the productions. Here this is the production. So what follows E? Here after E comes the production F, sorry, non-terminal F. So if F is there, then what you have to do? First of F, we have to check whether first of F contains a epsilon or not. Here, first of F is having an epsilon, right? So apply the formula, that is first of F minus epsilon union the follow of D. Okay, so here first of F minus epsilon union the LHS, follow of the LHS. So here F is first of F means the small letter F comma epsilon is there. We can remove the epsilon. Then union follow of D. What is D? Follow of D is H. So the answer will be follow of E will be F and H. Okay. Then what is follow of F? So here F is appearing as the last symbol of this particular production, right? So follow of F will be the LHS, the follow of the LHS. That is F is equal, follow of F is equal to follow of D. So follow of S is F, sorry, F is equal to follow of D. What is follow of D? H. Okay, so this is how we can find the follow function values for various non-terminals inside a graph. Okay, thank you.